Friday. I'm Jennifer from the Somerset County Family Community Health Science Department, and we're here in the kitchen enjoying springtime, right? We are going to make a springtime chicken platter, and this is very simple ingredients, tasty, fresh, healthy. This is going to be a great meal on a budget, and just to bring those flavors of spring, especially here in New Jersey. We kind of have a cloudy day, so why not brighten it with this delicious dish? So the first thing that we're going to do is actually make our dressing. This dish is also really great if you're having a brunch or you're having some family or friends over for a lunch. And when you make a homemade dressing, it's super easy. It's healthy because you're controlling the ingredients and you're not buying a bottle dressing with extra, preservatives added to it. So just grab a mason jar. These are great to have, all different sizes for different things. So the first thing we're going to do is add 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. This is going to give it a nice little tang. Okay, and also I love garlic. Garlic is great for the immune system, so we're going to put about a teaspoon of minced garlic. If you have fresh, that would be great crushed up. Make sure it's nice and fine. And we're going to also add just a tablespoon of some local honey, just to give it a little bit of sweetness. Right, ooh, that's so good. All these fresh ingredients, just wonderful. Right, and if you have local honey, and here at 4-H, we have a 4-H Garden and Bee Club. They make honey, they grow honey. All right, and then we're going to add about 1/4 of a cup of extra virgin olive oil. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. A little dash of pepper. A little dash of salt. Okay, and some lemon. Nice fresh lemon juice. Okay, this is good. It's not very pretty, but I'm just gonna hold my hand here. If you have one of those gadgets, definitely use it to catch your pit. But doing this is super simple. The flavors in here are nice. Okay, and there is one little pit that we caught. Okay, we're gonna do 2. We're gonna do the whole lemon. Now we're adding an herb to this. We're going to add fresh dill. If you could smell the aroma of that dill filling up this kitchen, if I think of any herb, I think dill when I think of springtime. It's just so fresh. It's one of my favorite dips. All right, so you can kind of give this a little bit a whisk just to get that mustard really mixed in there. Put your lid on, and you can give it a shake. If you have little ones at home helping, this is really fun. They can just shake, shake, shake. Get that honey, because the honey's thick, the Dijon is thick. We're gonna add just a little bit more olive oil. And we're gonna add some sprig of fresh dill. Wow, look at the dill. Wonderful. We're just gonna put that in there. Kind of whole. All right, we're gonna put this to the side. Now I have string beans. Green beans. This is a great addition to the salad. Very low in calorie, high in nutrients and fiber. These are not cooked. These are washed and raw. What I'm going to do, I have it in an airtight Ziploc bag, and I just have a rolling pin, and I'm just going to kind of smash it just a little bit to break up the outer edge so that that dressing can really get melted inside. Just a little light mash. Okay, we're going to take about 2 tablespoons of the dressing and pour that on and kind of let that all just blend together at room temperature. All right, so just take your hand, just get all the dressing on the beans. We're just going to put this to the side. All right, so now we're going to assemble the platter. All right, you see the platter in front of me here? All right, so today I have romaine. If you use like a really hearty, leafy lettuce, like maybe a butter lettuce, that would be beautiful on a platter. So you just take some pieces, and I've cut them. They're not super long, but I did kind of leave them pretty large. Okay, so you just kind of put them on the side here, on both sides. So I know we did a lot with boards, so today we're just doing a platter. And you know what, sometimes it's all about the presentation. Even if you're not having company and it's just your family, why not make it a really pretty presentation? Okay, there we go. We have our greens here piled up, nice. Just kind of arranging it. All right, now we're gonna take our green beans. We're going to put them right in the middle. Oh, look at that. It has some of the bits of the dill in it. Oh, so fresh. Okay, so we have our green beans. Now, I said this was a chicken salad. You might have thought we were making a mayonnaise kind of dressing for the chicken. This is a great dish if you have either leftover rotisserie chicken, if you don't have time to cook and you just want to pick up a rotisserie chicken but want something new to do with it, or you could just take chicken breasts and boil them and you have the same type. If in a pinch, you can even open up your pantry and use a can of chicken. You could use tuna with this. So the options are kind of endless. So this is just some rotisserie chicken that I've already cut up into pieces. Okay, look at that. Now that platter is just looking really good right now, but we're gonna add a few more things. And this is where you can use whatever vegetables that you have on hand or that you enjoy. When I think of springtime, I think of radishes. And in my family, I love radishes. My father loves radishes. My niece loves radishes. Some people love them or hate them, but they are just that, that great bite. It just reminds me of springtime. So we're gonna sprinkle some radishes. Now another option, if you like a little bit of pickle flavor, you can take some pepperoni or just a jar. So like I said, this dish is so budget friendly. You can use things in your pantry and you can mix a little bit of that pepperoni with the liquid with the radishes, and that would be really fun. Then I've cut up some mini cucumbers. All right, you could use these. I like English cucumbers because they don't have a lot of seeds in them. If you don't have cucumbers on hand, open up a jar of gherkins. Right? Pickles, that is fabulous. So there we go. We just have the garnish of pickles, radishes, lettuce, and I'm gonna use a beautiful bell yellow pepper. That's gonna give it an extra bit of color. So you can slice these. Everybody has their own technique of cutting a pepper. I always like to take the insides out and then I slice. So you can cut some strips. Let's just do some nice strips of the yellow bell pepper. And we're gonna cut them in half, like threes, just so that they're bite size. Okay. All right, and we'll sprinkle these a little bit here, a little bit here, just kind of giving that pop of color. And there we go. And we're just gonna top it with the rest of our dressing. Drizzle that on. We're gonna garnish it a little bit with more dill, so everybody knows it has that dill flavor. I love dill. It's my favorite dip. I know people love ranch. I love a dill dip. And here we go. Look at this presentation. It's just beautiful, and it's filled with vegetables and healthy ingredients, homemade dressing, and just rotisserie chicken. So there's not even a recipe to post. I will post what I did for the dressing if you like, but again, vinaigrettes are just fun to kind of play around with, and it was just extra virgin olive oil, lemon juice, Dijon mustard, and a little bit of garlic, which you can leave or take out. So have a very happy Friday and enjoy your weekend.